So this is, we're going to start talking about series right here. The word series, so this unit 8 is about sequences. You guys know all about sequences. Now we're going to talk about series, okay? Oh gosh.
I don't like that big scary E looking mother.
Oh gosh, it's so easy. It's so easy, yeah. And I'm recording here.
And show us the way.
I will show you the way. All right, the word series just means summation, adding numbers up. Okay? So here's a sequence. You have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And a series means taking the 5, adding it to 10, and the 15, 20, 25, 30, and you get a number 105. Okay? So that's all it is. And the summation, yeah, it looks a little scary, but it isn't, because I'm going to show you how to do it in the calculator. But before I do that, I'm going to have to show you what this symbol is, okay? So over here, you have x equals 1. This is your starting number, or your starting term, start term. And then the number on the top is your stop, or your end, okay? Let's say stop term. End sounds better, end term. Okay, so the way this works is you start with the 1 and you plug it into the x here. So you do 4 parentheses 1 minus 1. So 4 times 1 is 4, minus 1 is 3. This is my first term. Okay, and then the second term you plug in after 1 you come to 2. 4 times 2 minus 1. 4 times 2 is 8, minus 1 is 7. That's your second term that I'm going to add. Okay, third term, 4 plug in the 3 here, minus 1. 4 times 3 is 12, minus 1 is 11. And that's the next term I'm going to add. But you know, we can't just keep adding, even though as fun as it is. We need a stopping place. So we're going to go up until 5. So we're going to do plug in 4. So 4 times 4 is 16, minus 1 is 15. Plus 4 times 5 minus 1, 20, minus 1 is 19. And then that's my stop, right? So I start at 1 and I stop at 5, and then we have to add all these numbers up. Where's my calculator? So you do 3 plus 7 plus 11 plus 15 plus 19. And all of this is equal to 55. So the answer to this problem is 55. So you just get one number. When we're asking for a sequence, you give a list of numbers. When I'm asking for a series, you should just have one number. It could be decimals, it could be fractions, it doesn't matter as long as it's just one number. You're adding them all up. But I did promise you that I'm gonna show you how to do this in the calculator. Bless you. So to put this in the calculators, everybody has it, right? It's in math. Almost everything we need in Algebra 2 is in math right here. So hit math, and then go all the way down to summation, which is right here. And then it brings it up for you. The only thing that the calculator has that my worksheet doesn't have is the parentheses. Okay? You have to make sure everything you plug in has to be inside of this parentheses. Okay? So now here I'm just going to put x, and then the 1, scroll up to 5, and then just plug this in. 4x minus 1, and I should get 55 if I did everything correctly. I did 55. Okay? So you don't have to do all this work. You can just plug it in the calculator, but you have to be mindful that don't put anything outside of this parentheses. Harris? Okay? And also just make sure if you have an x here, put an x here as well. For example, for number 3, you have an m here and an m here. These two variables have to match. I always just use x. I don't go and find m. It doesn't really matter. Okay? So let me try number 3. So again, you just go to math. You can press 0 or you can scroll down to 0. Even though it says m, I always just put x. You can put m, it doesn't really matter. But x is just right there to the 15. And then just make sure you put everything inside of the parentheses in your calculator. So you do 200 minus m or x, to the third power. And the answer is negative 121.75. That's my answer. Easy? I think so. So you guys try 2 and 4.
So do
All right,
the
so
writing is the poster, isn't it?
yeah. All right, so math 0 for number 2. So just plug it in. Again, it says n. You don't have to use n. Just use x. And then 0 at the bottom. That's my starting. 7 at the top. And then 4. I used x here, so I'm going to use x up there. X to the second power plus 3. Okay, hit enter.
Oh.
Yep,
So
good job. And then for number 4, math 0, I'm going to just use x to starting at 1, stopping at 4. And then you just do alpha y equals 1 to put it as a fraction, and just make sure to put everything inside of this parentheses right here.
That's 85 over 6.
85 over 6, let's see. Plus 2 x. Perfect. Okay.
Oops.
There you go. So here it says evaluate the series. Because it says the word series, you know that we're going to do the summation in your calculators. We're going to add all the numbers up of an arithmetic sequence. Okay? So we need to, inside here, we need to put the arithmetic formula. Okay? The arithmetic formula, I have it up here, or you have it on your formula sheet, which is a sub n is equal to a sub, a1, this is from the formula sheet, plus n minus 1 times the common difference. So we have to put all of this inside of the parentheses here, except we have to replace this number and this number. Okay? So here's my sequence right here, and we need to put it in the summation. We need a starting. You're always going to start at the first term because you have your first number here. And we're going to stop at whatever it tells us to stop. It's telling us to stop at 30, n equals 30. So you put 30 up here. Now we just have to put the arithmetic formula in here. So you don't put this part. Let me just erase it. You only put this part in here. But you have to replace these two numbers. So a sub 1 represents the first term. What is my first term in this sequence right here? Negative 26. Negative 26. Again, notice I'm putting it all in this parentheses. Plus, parentheses, n. Well, instead of writing n, I have to use the same letter here. So I'm just going to put x minus 1. You can put n down here if it's less confusing. And then multiply by the common difference. What is the common difference here?
Negative.
Let's see. I just go on my calculator and find out. Negative 36, and then common difference is subtract the previous term. Negative 31 is negative 5. Good job. So you plug these numbers in, and now you can just put this in your calculator to find the answer. So math 0 x. If n is easier, you can put n down here. To me, x is much easier. Negative 26 plus parentheses and minus x minus 1, and then common difference was negative 5. Please put this in parentheses, the common difference. And then you hit enter. The answer to this problem is negative 29.55. Basically what we did was we only have 3 numbers here, but we actually want 30 numbers. So it found all of the 27 other numbers and then added them all up and gave you the answer in like 1 second. Okay? So try this one. Just, it's an arithmetic sequence. You have to find, where do we start? We always start at 1. Where are you stopping? And then put in the arithmetic formula in here. 18. So 18 goes up here. All right, Harris, what's the a sub 1? So we're gonna put
I have the courage to check it.
15.
A minus 1
Yeah, a minus a1, which is the first term. So you just put 15 here.
plus
Plus.
parentheses
Mm-hmm.
n minus 1.
Yep, I'm just gonna use x because it has to match this.
Okay.
And what was the common difference between 2? Yeah, because 19 minus 17 is 2, 17 minus 15 is 2. And then we're gonna plug this in our calculator. So we just do math 0 to get the summation. Just gonna put x, start at 1, stop at 15.
It's 576.
Let's see,
I got
15.
846.
Let's see which one it is.
846.
It's 576. Good job. So the answer is